Studios TV. Television shows, dramas in particular, encapsulate us and engage us as viewers. Today we're going to list off our individual top 5 dramas. Hi guys, I'm Zach.
And I'm Vaughn.
And today, as we said, we're going over our top 5 television dramas.
Yep.
So what are our parameters for that?
Basically, we're splitting TV shows into 2 categories, comedy, drama.
Yeah.
We're doing all drama, so it's going to be a wide range of, crime, anime, history, anything.
Okay.
Our top 5, they can be running, still running, or stunned.
So, coming in at number 5 for me is Hell on Wheels, which is an AMC show. It stars Anson Mount and Common. It's set right after the Civil War, and basically his whole story is he is trying to avenge his wife's death. He fought in the war, and a bunch of soldiers essentially killed his wife, and he's on his killing spree trying to avenge her rather, and he ends up in this moving mobile town called Hell on Wheels, which is building the Pacific Railroad. And he kind of, all his adventures and misadventures happen from there. So what I like about it is it's really good writing, and it makes you believe that it's in that time period. And then the con for me would be that when you believe it's that time period, you also go along for the ride of that time period, even in the boring times. So at number 5 for me is Hell on Wheels.
Alright, number 5 for me is AMC's Walking Dead. Stars Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus. It follows a group of survivors as they make their way through the zombie apocalypse in this whole new world, and so, yeah, that's basically it. All they do is try to survive. So, pros for me is sweet zombie kills. Those are always fun to watch.
Yeah.
New characters are always coming in and characters are dying out, so the dynamics are always changing. It keeps it interesting. It's got good villains in it, believe it or not. Other than just zombies, there's people who really, this new world took them by storm, and they really turned cold, and so they got good villains.
Yeah.
Negatives, since it's just the whole plot is just survive. There's not a lot of plot. It's mostly character development, and because of that, a lot of repetitive episodes, especially in the middle of the seasons.
Right.
Just talk within the group, and then a couple zombies come, kill them. Oh, someone else almost got killed. Right. So
yeah. For sure.
Repetitiveness is why it comes in at number 5.
4 for me is an anime. It is called Black Butler. It follows a young boy, CL Phantom Hive. His parents were murdered, and he has come into the whole Phantom Hive estate. They're very heavily involved with the Queen, and he solves a lot of mysteries and crimes with the Queen. This takes place in England, and CL made a deal with a demon to help him basically survive and find out who the killer of his parents are. The demon's name is Sebastian, and he becomes his butler, and he's the loyal butler. The reason I like the show is because it has really good writing. It gets really dark. It's not a kid's show at all, and it's got a good pace to the first season. My con for it is that it's really slow in the second season. The plot is a little bit different. It's lacking. It's not as strong, and I wasn't very happy with the ending. So number 4 for me is Black Butler.
Number 4 for me is Sherlock from BBC. It stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. It's a modern day twist on Sherlock Holmes in London. What I like about it is it's got really good humor and really likable characters. Basically, Benedict is a completely logical thinker, not very good with human emotion, and then Martin Freeman, Watson is he's a likable person. He really looks out for other people, so you got that dynamic, and it creates a lot of humorous situations, especially with the dialogue, and it's a really clever show, right, because it's Sherlock, so it takes a lot of clever writing, and in order to do that, it takes a lot of talent, and it's really fun to watch mysteries unfold with how Sherlock deducts things.
Yeah.
So negatives, it's only 3 episodes a season. Each episode's an hour and a half, so when it has a weak episode, it really falters because it's like a third of the season.
Yeah.
And that happened in both season 1 and 2 in the middle for me. So number 4 is Sherlock.
Okay. Coming in at number 3 for me is CTV's Arrow. It's a Canadian show, and it stars Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen goes on a boat trip with his father, and they end up, there's a storm, and his father ends up dying. Oliver's on this island for 5 years where he meets some different people, and he gains a plethora of skills and becomes, when he comes back to Starling City, he kind of becomes this dark kind of morally conflicted hero. He has to look past morals and his kind of duty. His father in the first season had a book of names of all these people that have essentially failed the city, was the big motive, and so he would go around and exterminate these people. I like it because Stephen Amell's an awesome actor. He does a really good job at portraying the character. Because it is a comic book based series, it does get a little silly sometimes, but that's to be expected. Even the Avengers, stuff like that, it just happens, right? But really strong acting is why it's number 3 for me.
All right, number 3 for me is Dexter. I'm only halfway through season 4, so I haven't watched it all. It stars Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter, and Michael C. Hall is Dexter, who is this sociopathic murderer. He's watched his mother die when he was a young kid, and that kind of made like him the way he is now. But basically, he's got this code where he's only going to kill other murderers, right? And so who have escaped justice.
Yeah.
So, and he actually does work for the Miami Police Department as a forensics guy, so he's really knowledgeable on how to make a crime scene, or how to not involve a crime scene, whatever.
Cover up, yeah.
Yeah, so I love it because it's so different, because the protagonist is this murderer, like he has to kill people, and it's like, it's pretty dark, but it's pretty funny too, because he's just like Sherlock in the fact that he's completely logical, he doesn't care for people, but he tries to blend in.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's good rivalries, because I hate cop shows that just one crime after the other. He goes after one guy for like the whole season almost.
Yeah.
But with other stuff coming in to keep it interesting. Negatives about it is they try too hard to involve all the characters.
Yeah.
They have really good characters, but they really try to force everyone in there. Season 2 was a real drag, made me quit watching for a bit. So, Dexter number 3.
Okay. So coming in at number 2 for me, so we're going to go my number 2 and my number 1, and then Vaughn's number 2 and Vaughn's number 1. So my number 2 is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is a great show. It stars Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul. Bryan Cranston plays a high school chem teacher who essentially breaks bad. He finds out he has cancer, and from there on, he becomes this drug lord. And I mean, it's just the writing is incredible. He portrays the character so well, and the lines quotable, everything. The show is really good and really strong. So that's why it's number 2. And for me, number 1 is Justified, starring Timothy Olyphant. He does an amazing job portraying Raylan Givens, who is a U.S. Marshal who moved away from a small town to Miami, and he took down a gun thug. Essentially, they call it in cold blood. His whole deal is, well, the other guy pulled first, and anyway, he kills a lot of criminals, and they basically send him back to Harlem, which is where he grew up, and all the conflict arises from there. It's an amazing show. I believe it's still ongoing right now. They're making a new season, or it's even out, but Timothy Olyphant does a fantastic job, and the acting, the writing, everything, it's great. You feel like you are in Harlem, in this small little town of crime and everything. So that's why it's my number 1.
Alright, so coming at, for me, number 2 is Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is completely different from all the other lists because it's a kid's show. It's not dark. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It stars Aang. Well, not the actor, but he's the main character. He is the Avatar, which is this guy who can master all 4 elements: air, earth, water, fire.
Yeah.
And they can bend these elements and use them with their power. Other people can only master one element or nothing. So basically, he only has air. He has to learn the other 3 before he can fight the Fire Lord, who's trying to take over the world. And he's only 12 years old. He's just a little kid. And that's basically it. Run for 3 seasons. It's basically that he teams up with a couple other kids, and they go out to face this Fire Lord. Why I like it is because it's really fun. Like, it's a kid's show, and it's got good humor in it, and it's got really good writing, and it's also really, the characters are really dynamic. That's a repetitive thing for me. I love it, especially for a kid's show, because you don't really see that.
Yeah.
The villains have this good in them. The good people have, like, bad tendencies in them. Like, it kind of really shakes you up. You never really understand.
Right.
And so it doesn't really have any negatives for me. It's like one of my favorite shows. Had a fantastic ending. Great all the way through. But number 1, Breaking Bad, just way better. Stars Bryan Cranston. He and the show just swept the awards for the writing, best drama, best actor. It's the highest rated show on TV. It's just like, you fall in love with Walter White right away. He's kind of this low guy that's been stomped on all his life, and then he gets diagnosed with lung cancer. Like, nothing's going his way, and he has to provide for his family, so he turns to cooking meth. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's so awesome. Like, ultimate character transformation. He turns into the baddest dude out there, right? And it's so sick. He becomes the villain, but you're still cheering for him. Again, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's creative, it's clever, great script, great plot, humor, character transformation. Each season gets better. Like, some go down and up. This one all the way up to the end.
Yeah.
So I'm truly in love with that show. We'll love it forever. Probably will forever be my number one.
Nice.
Bad.
And a lot of you might be wondering, like, oh, why isn't Game of Thrones on there? Or why isn't, you know, and it's because neither of us have seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going to throw up a few honorable mentions. And so an honorable mention would be Game of Thrones. Another honorable mention is Prison Break. The first couple seasons of that was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in the show I'm watching now, Supernatural. That's also really good. And what else?
I'm going to throw in True Detective. First season is ending today. It's on HBO. It's incredible. Woody Harrelson is the man.
Oh yeah.
As Matthew McConaughey.
Very good actor.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
it
much
for us. A couple things. Let us know who you agree with. Mm-hmm. Me or Zach here. Let us know what your top 5 is. And like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, thanks guys. And also check out our next video, which should be posted right after this. We're going to be talking about our giveaway because we reached our little goal of 3,500 views on the channel. So yeah, if you want to be involved with that, make sure you check that out and comment. And
so close.